Back in the studio. All right, cameras rolling. Action. Hey everyone, it's Graham, your Maui guy here at SportRx, and today I have two frames in front of me, the classic Red Sands, which you probably recognize if you're a fan of Maui Jim, and their new relative, the Huelo. Now, these are both fantastic frames, and we're going to get into what makes them similar and different today, and I think there's a lot more similarities, so let's talk about what those are. So before we get into the similarities and differences about these two excellent frames, I'd like to remind everyone watching about our See Better guarantee. Our See Better guarantee means you can take home either of these two frames, try them out for 45 days, decide you don't love them, and send them back, no questions asked, free shipping, and get something different. Because you gotta look good, and you gotta feel good doing it too. Okay, so getting into these two frames. You're gonna notice there's a lot more similarities between these two frames than differences. In fact, I love the fact that they made a similar frame to the Red Sands. They've done this a couple times. There are a couple frames like the Poke of Eye Arch that also fall into this category. Maybe we'll do a video about that one in the future as well. All right, to begin with, you have a nice rectangular frame design on the Huelo that is very similar to the Red Sands. Which is great because the Red Sands are a classic design. There's a reason that they still sell really well. It's because they're a great looking frame and people should still be buying them. But the Huelo gives you something a little bit different, and we'll talk about that more in the differences. But to begin, we have the saddle style nose bridge, which has the same rubberized adjustable nose pads, which keep these things in place if you like to get active. Great for kicking back because they look fantastic just sitting by the beach, but they're also great if you want to take them on a hike or go play tennis or something. If you take a look at the temples on both these frames, you'll also notice the embedded rubberized grip that's added there, which gives you just a little bit more security if you are an active person. Both frames share a traditional pin hinge, which we love to see because that means hassle-free design. It's just a simple design that really works excellent. So let's talk about the frames themselves for a minute. Both frames use the same thin injected nylon, which is a great frame material. It's highly durable and lightweight. Two excellent things to have in your sunglasses. They also share the same SFW, so their size is a 138. We haven't talked about lenses yet. Maui's lenses are always fantastic, and these frames both come with Maui Pure lenses. Maui Pure lenses are the most popular lens option, and that's for good reason. They have crystal clear optics. They're both very lightweight, and they're also very durable and impact resistant, which is super important, you know? Even if you're not active, people drop sunglasses, it happens, and that's gonna give these lenses a higher chance of not breaking. And as a final note about the lenses in both these frames, they of course come equipped with Maui's Polarized +2 lens technology. Now, this technology is in all of Maui lenses, but it's worth reminding you just because of how great it is. And if you want to know more, we have a video on that as well. Now let's get into the differences between these two frames. Looking at these frames at first, you might think they look exactly the same, but there are some subtle differences worth noting. So if you look at these two frames from the side, the Huelo has a slight angle down from the temple, whereas the Red Sands is a little bit more straight up and down. You'll also notice that the Red Sands have a taller lens. It's more of an oversized aesthetic, and it's an overall slightly larger frame. The Huelo's shorter temples measure 135, while the Red Sands are 140 millimeters. Also, the Red Sands taller lens is 45 millimeters versus the Huelo's 41. So in terms of differences, that's about all you have between these two frames. The main takeaway that I have is that the Red Sands are a slightly more oversized frame, and the Huelo are gonna look a little bit more casual on your face. Other than that, both of these frames are very similar, and we think they're both fantastic options. Very excited to have the Huelo in the lineup for Maui Jim. And that pretty much wraps it up for everything that you need to know about these two frames. Hopefully I answered all of your questions. If you have more questions about either the Huelo or the Red Sands, drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to try to get to them. And of course, remember that these two frames are both amazing because of the Polarized +2 lens tech, the rubberized grip on the temples and nose pads, and of course the lightweight, durable frame and lens material. It's an excellent frame for anything you get up to. So take what you learned today, find the perfect pair of Maui Jim Red Sands or Huelo sunglasses for you, and if you're ready to order either of these amazing frames, you can stick around for a moment for an easy to click link. And of course, remember our See Better guarantee, which I mentioned at the start of the video, and that our opticians are on the phone ready to talk to you and help you answer any questions you might have right now. And finally, thanks for watching our video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something about the Huelo or the Red Sands. And if you really enjoyed it, please drop us a like below. If you want more content, we have a bunch of great guides and other videos over here. And of course, remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, on our other socials down below, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our social because we think we have great content that you'll love over there as well.